Good evening. We've learned the serial rapist known as the Ether Man will plead guilty here in Albuquerque next week.
He is already serving life in Colorado, but more than a decade after terrorizing women here, he is being returned to face justice for his crimes here, or at least some of them. Here's News 13's Nancy Laughlin.
He is a man who has made national news and a national talk show for all the wrong reasons. A man who has haunted almost 24 women around the Southwest, half of them in Albuquerque.
As I was getting ready for bed, I kind of had this strange feeling like someone was watching me. As I was asleep in my room, I suddenly felt somebody's hands over my face. I remember the taste and smell of rubber.
An Albuquerque woman named Kai believes she was one of Robert Bruce's victims who got away, but police throughout the Southwest say many others weren't so lucky. Last year, he pled guilty to rape charges in Pueblo, Colorado, where he moved a decade ago. He broke into a woman's home, placed a chemical-soaked rag over her mouth, then raped her, his MO for almost 20 years. As part of his plea deal with that crime, he agreed to help federal authorities close Ether Man cases in Texas, Oklahoma, Colorado, and New Mexico. Bruce is charged with 11 rapes in Albuquerque, a decade-long crime spree in the UNM area that began in 1991. Tonight, News 13 has learned Bruce is scheduled to appear in an Albuquerque courtroom next Tuesday to plead guilty. According to online court records, it's for aggravated burglary and only one of those rape charges. District Attorney Carrie Brandenburg did not want to comment on this plea deal, so it's not clear if he's pleading guilty to other rape charges as well. He is already serving life in Colorado for trying to murder a Colorado police officer who was set to testify against him in a Peeping Tom case. Bruce was a twice-married father of 3. His children are still trying to cope with the man who led a double life for years.
I don't think I could ever forgive my dad for what he did.
Nancy Laughlin, KRQE News 13.
Bruce tried to blow up that Colorado cop's house because he knew if he were found guilty in the Peeping Tom case that he would have to give his DNA, and that would link him to all of the Ether Man rapes. Well, he ended up giving his DNA. He still faces an Ether Man rape charge in Austin, Texas, and police in Norman, Oklahoma have linked him to at least 8 rapes there back in the 80s. They say in those cases he followed college girls home and attacked them. That was before he used chemicals to knock his victims out.